Welcome to IB with Edifi channel. In today's video, we'll be breaking down how to write Criterion B for your IB personal project report. We'll go step by step, providing useful tips and multiple examples to help you ace this part of your report. Before we start, I'd like to remind you that you should provide screenshots from your process journal, or any other images related to your progress as evidence for what you write in your report. Let's get started. Step 1. Understanding Criterion B. Criterion B focuses on applying ATL, or approaches to learning, skills to achieve your learning goal and create your final product. You need to show how these skills directly contributed to your project's success. Key points. Explain how ATL skills helped you achieve your learning goal. Explain how ATL skills helped you create your final product. Think of it as showcasing how the skills you developed turned your ideas into reality. Step 2. Starting with the learning goal. In this section, you'll explain how the ATL skills you developed helped you achieve your learning goal. Examples. Research skills. To learn about three-dimensional room design, I applied research skills by exploring tutorials, online articles, and YouTube videos about Blender. For example, I used resources from Udemy and the Blender official site to learn texturing and lighting techniques. Critical thinking skills. I used critical thinking when comparing different software options. I analyzed the pros and cons of Blender versus Maya, ultimately deciding on Blender due to its user-friendly interface and cost-effectiveness. Collaboration skills. While discussing my ideas with my peers, I applied collaboration skills to gain feedback on my design. This helped me adjust certain elements of my project, like color schemes and layout, ensuring it aligned with modern design trends.
Pro tips. Be specific about the skill and how it helped you progress toward your learning goal. Show a cause and effect relationship between the skill and your goal. Always support your statements with examples from your project.
Step 3. Applying skills to create the product. This section is all about demonstrating how you applied ATL skills to create your actual product. Examples. Self-management skills. I applied self-management skills by creating a weekly schedule that allowed me to balance my schoolwork and personal project. For instance, I dedicated every Friday to practicing new Blender features, ensuring I stayed on track with my timeline. Creative thinking skills. When designing the three-dimensional room, I used creative thinking to experiment with various layouts and textures. For example, I tried different lighting techniques to create a realistic atmosphere, combining natural and artificial light sources. Information literacy skills. I applied information literacy by evaluating different sources for credibility before using them. For instance, I compared online tutorials from reliable sources like Udemy and Skillshare to ensure the techniques I was using were accurate.
Pro tips. Don't just state the skill. Show how it impacted the product's development. Use multiple examples to prove the skill's influence on different parts of the project. Reference specific techniques or moments where these skills helped you overcome challenges.
Step 4. Using detailed examples and evidence. Criterion B requires evidence to back up your claims. Use your process journal, screenshots, or progress reports as proof of how you applied ATL skills. Examples. Research and planning. In my process journal, I documented each step of my research. For example, I took notes on different three-dimensional modeling techniques I learned from Blender Guru and applied them when designing the furniture in the room. Self-reflection. I reflected on how my time management skills improved over time by keeping a journal. Initially, I struggled with meeting deadlines, but after creating a weekly planner, I was able to complete 70% of the design work 2 weeks ahead of schedule. Communication skills. I communicated with my supervisor frequently, which helped refine my ideas. For example, after discussing my lighting choices with them, I adjusted my project to include more realistic shadows, which improved the overall design.
Pro tips. Reference your process journal or project documentation to show evidence of skill use. Include specific dates, screenshots, or examples to strengthen your evidence. Highlight moments where these skills were crucial in solving problems or enhancing your project.
Step 5. Reflect on skill development. IB encourages reflection. So take this opportunity to explain how your ATL skills developed throughout the project. Examples. Self-improvement. At the beginning of the project, I struggled with critical thinking when evaluating different design options. Over time, I became better at analyzing which techniques would work best, allowing me to make quicker, more informed decisions. Increased organization. I wasn't very organized initially, often missing deadlines. However, after setting up a proper schedule, my self-management skills improved, and I was able to meet every deadline for both schoolwork and my project. Better research skills. At first, I found it difficult to differentiate between reliable and unreliable sources. However, by the end of the project, I had developed strong research skills, which allowed me to filter out biased or inaccurate information.
Pro tips. Reflect on how specific ATL skills improved over time. Mention how these skills will benefit you in future projects or studies. Be honest about your growth, highlighting both challenges and progress.
Step 6. Review and finalize. Before submitting Criterion B, review everything carefully. Ensure that your explanations are clear, detailed, and backed up with evidence. Final checklist. Have you explained how ATL skills were applied to achieve your learning goal? Have you explained how ATL skills were applied to achieve your product? Did you use specific examples and evidence to support your explanations? Did you reflect on how your skills developed throughout the project? That's it for today's video. By following these steps, you'll be able to create a strong Criterion B section in your personal project report. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more IB tips, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks for watching and good luck with your personal project.